until a certain condition is met, then it goes out of the loop. So on this note, I want to take all this off. I hope you have this. You are copying these codes. Are you copying them? Okay.
No.
So here I will have this now. I want to explain it to you. So when we talk of looping, looping is just repeating, okay, repeating a section of your codes. A number of times, okay, like trying to, you have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, up to step 50. And so when you reach step 7, and this step 7, it doesn't run once, but rather it runs 10 times. So at that point, we have to create a looping. That's what goes in, run again, and come back till it get to the number of time it's supposed to loop. So looping is repeating a section of your codes a number of times. And we can have looping. We have different type of looping in this programming, especially C++. We have the for loop, which we'll look at now. For loop. First one is for loop. Second one we have is going to be the while loop. Okay, while loop. The while loop is divided into two. We have while loop and do while. Okay, while loop and what do while. Okay, now let's see the differences. The differences between these two. Okay, they are almost the same, and this one is also different. The for loop is used to loop or repeat a section of code a number of predetermined times. Okay, we know the number of times. If you know the number of times you want to repeat that section, we use the for loop. Okay, the number of times to be repeated is known. Okay, we know it. Right? But for these ones, we don't know the number. Okay, the number of times to be repeated is not known. Okay, it repeats until a condition is met. Okay, once a condition is met, it repeats until a condition is met. So here for the while loop and the do while, we have to set a condition. If we don't set the condition, the loop will loop forever. We have also what we call forever loop. Forever loop, they will loop forever till the program comes to an end. Okay, they will continue to be looping and looping and looping. You don't have a condition to stop the looping. You don't have the number of time to stop. Okay, I hope these differences is okay.
Okay, sir.
Then someone will ask, what's the differences between while loop and do while? Who can tell me? If you have read on it, you can tell me. If you don't know, you see. What are the differences between while loop and do while?
While loop, like it must take its time,
And
and do while, like uh, like do while like take the time. I don't know, sir.
Okay. Now the differences between both while loop and do while, they are all looping based on a condition. Okay. The condition must be met before they will stop the condition. But the differences between the two is that for the while loop, it has to check the condition before it executes the group of statements under it. So it checks for the first time. If the condition is not met, okay, it loops and come back and check the condition again, right? It keeps on looping. We can set a condition to be true or false. If the condition is true, then it will be looping until the condition becomes false. The looping will continue. That is why we say we don't know the number of times that is going to loop, because we don't know when the condition will be looping. Okay, if we set a condition to be, let's say, if x, while x is less than 1,000, okay, and we set in between, so it will be just running. Or maybe we ask a person to be entering some values, okay, then you say until the person enters 0, okay, continue to be asking the person to be entering what, then and some numbers. So the first time the person enters 30, second time he enters 7, the next time he enters -2. So it continues to be asking the person to enter. So if the person enters 0, then it means the condition now is false. Then it's what? It breaks out of the loop. Okay, it breaks out of the loop. So until we don't know when, we don't know how many times it will take the person to be able to tell us what, to enter 0. Let's say we also have a guess game. We just pick a number, we ask the person to tell us the number. So the person will tell the number for the first time, second time, third time. We don't know the number of time, the steps. Maybe let's say the person is going to predict the correct answer the 4th time, okay, or 7th time or 10th time. We don't know. Okay, so that is the differences between for loop and the while loop and do while. The difference, for loop, it has a number of time to repeat. It is known, the number of time it will repeat is known. For instance, if you want to repeat something 10 times, we need to use the for loop. But if we don't know the timer of times to repeat, use the while loop. But the while loop and the do while difference is that the while loop will check the condition before it executes. Then the do while will execute the codes at least once before the condition is checked. So here with the while loop, if the condition is not met, okay, the code will not run at least even once. It will not run at all. But the while loop, the do while will run at least once before it check the condition. I will explain this like in a room, okay? Maybe you come to a place where there is they check to see before they allow you to enter, okay? Now, if the person who checks or if the machine that checks is outside the room, okay, that one is what we call the while loop. But if it is inside the room, then it is the do while. Why am I saying this? If it is outside, it will check. If the condition is not met, you will not even see inside the room, right? But when the checker is inside the room, it will do what? It will allow you to enter the room before it will check you. It's like a cinema that allow people to enter and start watching. As you are watching, then they will come and be taking what? Giving you tickets. At least you have watched some part of the movie. But if they will only allow you to enter unless you purchase the tickets before coming there or even before entering the gate. I hope this is clear to us. Is it clear for us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
So if this is clear, then we will see some example right now. Let's look at some example. Let's look at the for loop. For instance, let's see. we want to say hello 10 times. So you can just use the for. This is the syntax of the for loop. You can see the syntax. Okay. The syntax of the for loop is this. Let's keep this quickly. This is the syntax. You say for condition, okay? The condition, right? The condition will be here, okay? Okay. Then the group of statement will be here. Now in the condition, we will have the stats. Okay, we will have the initialization, initialization, then the condition, then what increments. Okay, this is how we do. We initialize, right? Then we what increment, we increment. Initialize the starting point. At what do you want to start at 0, 2, 2, 5, 7, or that? Then we check the condition. Then we increment. You keep on incrementing, then checking again. So we see some example outside this. I'll put the syntax inside here. So that's syntax. Is that clear? So let's go here and say, okay, let's say we want to repeat.
Yes.
We want to repeat hello or welcome to grade 11. Welcome to grade 11 10 times. How do you do that? We can say for int I, that this is the initialization variable. I less than, okay, if you want to repeat int I, you have to initialize I is equal to 0. Okay, if it is starting from 0, then it should be less than 10. Okay, then you say I plus plus. I plus plus means, when I say I plus plus, it means I is equal to I plus 1. Meaning take the value of I, increase it by 1, and replace it as the new value of I. Is that clear?
Yes,
So
sir. Clear.
once this is okay, then we'll go to this part. Then what we want to do is to ask to see out welcome to grade 11. Welcome to grade 11. And each time we'll say welcome to grade 11, we'll end the line. I hope this is clear. So we will save the file if there is no error.
Yes, sir.
If there is no error, then we can just run the program. Say build and run it. Okay. Watch what we are going to get now. So you see, welcome to grade 11, welcome to grade 11. How many times do you have on this? It's
11 times?
2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times. Because
10
we have initialized it to what 0 and say it should be less than or equal to what 10, less than 10. If we initialize it to 1, it should be less than or equal to 10. Can you see the difference? If I say okay,
Yes.
if I say for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. I'm saying starting from 0, check to see, this is the condition. If I is not above 10 or equal to 10, continue to be saying, to be outputting this statement, welcome to grade 11. So the first time I is 0, it's what says welcome to grade 11. If you like, we can even state something here. You can say step, right? We can say step. We just do the step. You add the I there. Say I. We will say I here.
Okay, sir, if we write it I is greater than 0 and less than 10.
What?
If we make it instead of I is equal to 0, I is greater than 0, what will happen?
I is equal to 0 and I is greater than 0.
No, only change the I is equal to 0 to I is greater than 0 and keep the other one the same.
Here,
What will happen? Yes.
this part is only initialization. Initialization, we don't use less than or greater than, we use equal sign. We are initializing.
Ah,
Initializing means you are assigning the initial value. It's like declaring a variable and assigning it a new value. Let's say I say int x, okay, right? Int x is equal to maybe 12, okay? This is initialization. We call this what? Initialization. You are initializing meaning you are giving initial value, okay? Initial value,
okay.
right? So here
Okay,
we
okay.
want to give the steps. So step 1, then we'll just say welcome. We'll save now. See out step, the one will come, then you say welcome to grade 10. It will start with step 0, step 1, step 2, step 3, up to step 9. So we now
Okay.
save, clean and build and run it. There is error here. Let's see. Oh, the error is from this one. Okay. I didn't terminate it with a semicolon. Okay. So
Okay.
step 0, welcome to grade 11. Step 1, you see that all the steps up to what? 9. What can you see here? 9. Because we started from
There are
0.
10 steps, but we started from 0.
Yes. So if you want to, you can say I is equal to 1. Then here it should be less than or equal to 10. Right? Less than or equal to 10, it means the 10 is inclusive. So if I save and run it, I'm gonna get step 1, welcome to grade 11, up to what? 10. Can you see that? So
10.
there's no
Okay.
difference in what we did earlier on and this one also, right?
Sir, why you put equal this time and not the other time?
Here, look at this one. The equal, greater than or less than or equal means that it is either 10 or less. Okay? But if I say less than
Okay.
10, less than 10 means 10 is
Ah,
not part. Okay?
so it will be
If I
only
say,
9.
yes, if I tell you, okay,
Okay.
Nambole, I want students that are less than 10 years. So if you come and you are 10 years, I will not allow you to come there. Okay? But
Okay.
if I say less than
If
or
we make it greater than 10, sir.
if I say less than or equal to 10, it means if you are 9, if you are 10, 9, 10, 11, 10 and below. If I say greater than 10,
Okay.
it is going to run forever because, okay,
Infinity.
starting from 1, it will continue to be adding. That will be forever loop. Okay, look at this. If I say greater than,
Okay.
greater than 10, let's see.
Uh,
You see the effect now. Watch what we're going to get. See now here, it's going to give you what? Nothing, because you are saying that I should be greater than 10, right? But now I is what? 1. Then it means this condition is false. Okay? Then if it is
okay.
false,
Okay.
the loop will break. It will not even go inside the loop, right? So we want a
Okay.
situation where the first condition, the first initialization will satisfy the condition, and the loop will start, then it will just be incrementing.
Okay, sir.
Watch this one, boys. Watch.
Thank you, sir.
If I say I plus plus, instead of I plus plus, I can say I plus 2.
Sorry, sir, to interrupt you, but we have now exam.
Okay, 1 minute. You see, if I say I plus
Not
2,
exam, sir. The period finished. Sorry, sir. The period finished.
if I say I plus 2, what are we going to get? Let's run and see. You see what I mean? It's going to be in an increment. Okay, I have to change this one first. Okay, it should be less than or equal to 10. Sorry. So save, clean and bold now. So you see it in an increment of what? 2. And it will continue. See that?
Infinity.
Yes, infinite. Just be continuing and
Okay, sir.
adding. Right?
Yes.
Okay. We will see more inshallah in the next class. And
Okay. Thank